Hey guys, how's it going? I'm ATF here for a new knife review today. As you can see, we are talking about a Benchmade mini Griptilian, specifically model 557 SBK. SBK meaning serrated black knife, and 557 referring to the Tonto style blade. The blade length here is 2.91 inches, which equates to 7.4 centimeters. The blade material, as you can see behind the thumb stud, is 154 cm. While we're here, I'll point out it is a Mel Pardue design. The closed length is 3.87 inches, which is 9.83 centimeters. The handle material is a Velox or Valix tomato with 420 stainless steel liners. Not sure we'll be able to get that in focus, but just trust me. The screw type found throughout the handle or throughout the knife: T6, T6, T6666, and the pivot screw and the thumb stud is also T6. Pivot screw is a T8. T obviously meaning Torx if you're new to the knife world. The overall length is just over 6 3/4 at 6.78 inches, which is, for my metric folks, 17.2 centimeters. The opening mechanism, as you probably saw, is an ambidextrous thumb stud. So righties, lefties. The closing mechanism, as you may have seen, is the coveted Benchmade Axis lock. Pretty much this little bar right there you see sliding is the Axis lock, and it kind of closes on that part of the knife right there. It's getting focused there, that silver part of the knife, pretty much where that line is. You see that line right there? And it, boom. And now you cannot close the knife. I think it's pretty strong. I've heard other people say otherwise, but whatever. It, of course, is also ambidextrous, so righties, lefties. There you go. The weight is only 2.67 ounces, which is 75.7 grams. Very lightweight knife, and just awesome. This is one reason why I love the mini Griptilian line, is just because they are so freaking lightweight, but so useful. You get a good knife for the price. The origin is right here out of USA. Right between the butterfly's wings, you might be able to see it says USA. And then under that it says 557, which again is the model of the Tonto style blade. I got this as a gift, but if you'd like to buy one for yourself, you can find this exact model, combo black blade, tan handle, over at Knife Center for $84. If you would prefer and don't really care about the websites, $77.50 over at GPK, and I will put those links in the description for you. Now, here's what I think about the blade shape. I love Tontos. There's just something, excuse the language, badass about them. I mean, just look at that angle. I mean, that's just so awesome. But when it comes to EDC, here's the downside. They're not too great with EDC tasks. You know, Tontos are known for piercing and stabbing, but they're not too good with slicing and slashing. You know, if it's sharp, it will do it pretty good, but look at that. There's just two straight edges, and then on this one you have the serrations. So you pretty much have three edges here. You have this one here, and then the serrated part. So it's like, you know, 3 edges, like I said. So when it comes to EDC, cutting paper, cutting boxes, envelopes, food, you know, it may be super duper badass, but it doesn't really cut it. Like, literally, it just, it's not too great. But that doesn't mean I'm going to, like, sell this knife or just give it away, because I do love it. It's freaking awesome. Again, 2.67 ounces. And badass Tonto. Oh, yeah. But if you're looking at the Mini Griptilian line, you might want to think about something else. If they have the drop point combo, you might want to go for that. Or if you want the Tonto, maybe the plain edge. I don't know. Because, you know, in my experiences with this knife, I'll be cutting something and then the serrations will kind of snag. And I'll just have to kind of pull through that. But then I'll tear and shred, you know, whatever I was cutting. So it doesn't really help. But the badass factor is there. Just the EDC usability, not really. The handle shape, though, is very nice. As with all the Mini Griptilians, their handle shape all the same. Just very simple. Not too crazily ergonomic, but it just works. Very simple. And then if you're looking at the full-size Griptilian line, it's pretty much the same shape, just of course blown up, a little bigger. The pocket clip here, I'm not going to really dock it too much because I did install this clip myself. It was not a clip that came with the knife. This clip is actually the one found on the Benchmade Adamus, the 275. As you can see there, it is a lowrider clip. Very little of the knife would stick out of your pocket if you did use this. However, there's the downside. It sticks off the knife just by about 1 millimeter. So it got that looseness and that kind of pocket clip play, if you will. So again, I'm not going to dock Benchmade for that. That's something I put on myself. But the standard stock clips that come with the Griptilians are freaking awesome. I love those clips. They're just the best designed pocket clips, in my opinion, in the whole knife world. Just awesome. This, going back to this, I could fix that. Just get a Leatherman or something and just bend it down a little bit. But going back to the standard pocket clips, best pocket clips I have ever seen or ever used on any knives. I love those ones. The deployment speed is pretty darn adequate, if not supersonic. I mean, check that out. That's like faster than a switchblade. Just, you know, just boom. Not assisted, by the way, if you're curious. It's just really, really smooth. If you also want to, you don't even have to touch the thumb stud. Just pull down on the axis lock and flick. I don't really do this too many times, but there you go. You pull down, flick it, and then same thing to close it. I don't really prefer to do that because, as you see, the blade might come up, then bounce backward, and then lock and close like that. So if you're going to try to cut something, you might end up cutting your own fingers off. Not too good. But it's very smooth, very fast in both opening and closing. So the overall EDC usability for this knife, it's good, but it's not grand. Again, just going back to the Tonto, that's kind of what meshes this knife up, is the Tonto just not too great with EDC tasks. There's nothing against Benchmade, it's just that's what I've kind of found over the years. Tonto is just not too good. I'm just going to leave you with this. If you want a Mini Griptilian, I would say look at all your options and choose wisely. There's the drop point style blade, there's the sheep's foot style blade, there's the plain edge Tonto. There's, you know, just look around, choose wisely, pick the one that you think you would use, and that the one that you quite honestly you like it. And of course, look around for reviews to see what people are saying about that specific knife. And if you want this knife, by all means, go ahead and pick it up. Like I said, the links are in the description. So go ahead and pick yourself up this little mini badass Tonto knife. Alright guys, this has been ATF again for another knife review. Y'all take care, and I'm out.